Hi. Hi, everyone. So, I know it's been a few days. How is everyone? I'm going to wait for a few more people to arrive. I know it's late. I usually go live in the morning or early afternoon, but it's summer. The kids are home, so I have switched up a little bit. How are y'all? Okay, so we're going to be talking today about spiritual blocks being optional. So, let me light some candles so I get the mood going. So, when I say spiritual blocks, I mean blocks that make life seem harder. Maybe you feel like something's against you, your luck is bad, all that kind of stuff. Um, and that no matter what you do, you really can't get ahead and you feel like something is bothering you. You can't think, you can't grow spiritually. And I wanted to say that most of those thoughts and most of, you know, feeling that you're spiritually blocked is an illusion. Okay. It's a huge illusion. And I say that because there are no blocks, there are only solutions, there are only lessons. The reason why you feel blocked is because you don't get the lesson and you refuse to find the solution. And so all you see is a block. Okay. Um, so you have to learn to view things different. You have to learn to see something that's maybe not on the outside surface. You got to learn how to figure out how to make the best of something or learn from something so that you don't repeat it. So, I have some little sayings that I have on cards, and I say these things a lot, but they're really true when it comes to spiritual blocks. So, you may be trying to help someone else or push someone a certain way and they're just not budging. Well, one of my sayings is you cannot save everyone, so stop trying. Sometimes a spiritual block when you're trying to help someone or change someone is there for a reason because they're not meant to change yet or with your help. So you got to let them be. Another spiritual block is people don't trust themselves enough. I say trust your intuition more because it's there for a reason. Lack of self trust creates spiritual blocks in your mind. You don't know what to do, so you ask other people like they know. The best thing to do is find someone who's already done what you're trying to do and get advice from them. Okay. Now I have another saying. If you can't change or create um change in your life and you're stuck, that also could be causing spiritual blockage in you or the feeling that you're being spiritually blocked because stagnation is death. So if you can't move forward, you feel blocked. You feel like you can't move on to the next, level of life. You must change something, no matter what it is. Any type of change is going to lead to somewhere. So you must change something, change a pattern, change a behavior. Thank you, A Fractal Fantasy. Thank you for coming on tonight. Enjoy your vacation. Thank you so much. I will. Okay, so another thing that people assume when they feel like they've been spiritually blocked, they think life is fair for some reason, and this is one of the major issues that people don't even think about. Life is not fair. Why do you approach your problems as if it is? You got to think about that for a second. Life is not fair and never will be. Get over that and figure out how to win. Get in the game and fight if you have to. Everyone else is. Okay. Life is not fair. Get in the game and fight. Everyone else is. Okay? Get that in your mind. Life will never be fair. Get in the game and fight. Um, this is one of my favorites. Open your mind to all possibilities, and you'll be able to do many things beyond your wildest dreams. Most people can't accomplish much in life is because their mind does not accept it first. If you don't feel like you deserve something, or that you can be this, or you can have that, or you can accomplish this, that's where everything starts. So if you can't even think that, then you're going to feel blocked and feel stuck. And usually it's always your own fault. Okay. That's always your fault. Okay. Mm, if you want to be powerful, you have to be able to apply the knowledge that you learn or receive. I always talk about how people may read books or, memorize something, but that knowledge is to be applied to get results. So start applying the knowledge, start understanding how this knowledge works in the real world so that you can feel like, you're able to do what you like, what you want. There are no blocks. Okay. You can have someone who has memorized spiritual books, knows all about their ancestors, but as soon as they talk about a problem or an issue, all that is erased with negativity and self doubt. And no matter how much knowledge someone has, if they don't have the mentality to take full responsibility of self, I feel that it's wasted knowledge. You know, um, it's basically a computer, a storage unit that can't, that's not hooked up to the internet or something like that. There's no use. It's just sitting knowledge. It's just, you might as well just be a book. You know. Um, if you want to be powerful, you have to be able to apply that knowledge always. Thank you, Naima. I've been following you for years. I love you and support you. Thank you so much. For years? Well, thank you for staying around. Okay, always think twice before acting on something. That's a major thing. That's a major thing right there. Most people are spiritually blocked because they react. We've talked about this so many times. Look, take responsibility for your actions. Most people's lives are messed up who feel like they're spiritually blocked because they don't think before they act. Okay, because when I used to do readings, which I don't anymore because I've run into so many of these type of people who refuse to take responsibility for self. Um, if your life is messed up, you're spiritually, or if you feel spiritually blocked, cursed, whatever, I always ask, so what did you do prior to this? So why do you think this happened to you? I don't know. I don't know. It just all came at once. I'm being evicted. I'm losing my car. Well, did you pay your bills? No. Okay. Um, well, why didn't you pay your bills? Because I didn't feel like going to work. I hate work. I feel bad when I go to work. But did you have a plan to pay your bills before you quit? No. But I just couldn't go there anymore. Okay. Why didn't you like work? Because my boss always had an attitude when he spoke to me, or I didn't like my coworkers. Okay, so you're spiritually blocked because you didn't like people that you work with. So you quit your job with no other source of income. You didn't pay your bills for 3 months, and now you feel like you're spiritually blocked and cursed because now you're being evicted. Makes perfect sense. So, what do I do? What do I do? You go get a job or whatever, and you stop and think before you quit about this exact situation. Then you won't be spiritually blocked anymore. So, This exact reason right here makes perfect sense once you know, explain to a person that this is what happens. And they knew that. But, they want to put blame on someone else, something else instead of themselves. So always claim, you know, your actions. Always claim your actions. Okay. So no one is spiritually blocked. They're basically lacking discipline. And if you want to increase your discipline, this is what spirituality truly is: increasing your discipline, increasing your discipline. People who study the occult, who study symbolism, who study magic, who study all these things, it's called a discipline, you know. Um, it's a dedication, it's a discipline, it's something that you live by, not turn to when you're in trouble. It's something that you live by on a daily basis. When you live by spirituality, alchemy, symbolism, universal law on a daily basis, there are no spiritual blocks. If you only turn to things when things go wrong, that's the problem. It's the exact same thing as living an unhealthy life and then trying to fix it with an aspirin or an ibuprofen instead of preventing it in the first place, or trying to fix it with surgery instead of trying to prevent it in the first place. So you got to live by it, or it's not going to feel like um, it's a part of your life. And then that's when people start saying, I'm spiritually blocked. Because true spiritualists and people that live by this, they don't have that same mentality. They don't feel they're spiritually blocked. hmm So a lot of you guys have been coming and asking me. I don't do readings anymore because of this reason. So yeah, I don't do those anymore. But I understand that um, wanting to help people figure out their issues rather than pulling some cards to help them avoid taking responsibility. That's an issue. Okay. I feel card readings should be for self reflection and to improve upon what you're already doing. Right. How can I be spiritual but not love a man yet love money only? Gotcha. Okay. I can be spiritual because I love myself. Self love is very important. Okay. If I were to love a man that has the inability to take care of his children, then I don't love my children either. And spiritually, by universal law, cause and effect, baby. Okay. I cannot expect something from nothing, you see. So my thing is use your brain first, think twice, and move forward. That's what responsible adults do. You know, a lot of these murders, child murders, people killing kids, getting back at the girlfriend or the ex or whatever, is mainly due to money. Okay, you don't have enough money to support us. You're always doing this. You know, um, frustration, poverty. Those type of things create pressure and stress. I don't want to live like that. And so, when you plan your life accordingly, you know the type of partner you want, you know the type of lifestyle you want, cause and effect, universal law. Okay. So that's how. And I don't equate spirituality with poverty. I don't. I'm not one of those people that are brainwashed with that. Most of the most spiritual people in the world were uh, very powerful. So, and they had much wealth. And I feel that there was one more card that I forgot to read. And this one applies to this situation. And I think I put it back because it was a little bit too negative, but since some negativity came up, might as well read it. Basically, I think it was talking about if the first sentence out of your mouth is an excuse, then you are the problem. Okay. Right. Most spiritual practitioners are poor. Not really. Most spiritual practitioners don't really live by universal law. Okay. Because if they did, they wouldn't be poor. And I feel that the definition of spiritual to some people is very different. Thank you, Danica Lewis. This is all I have to offer, but I find you are a grounding energy, much needed. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Right. I changed your life. Oh, thank you. I'm glad I could do that. So, we have to get out of that type of thinking. If you don't know what universal law is, or the universal principles, you can Google them. They're all over the internet. It's just a way to think in life to get the best results. hmm And things to understand. hmm Okay. Can you break down universal law? Law of rhythm, you know, law of polarity, law of correspondence, law of cause and effect, law of gender. You can look them up. I think I've broken them down in the past on a video. Thank you, Maybell Webb. Thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate that. So, right, you have the 7 hermetic principles, right? And once you start living by those, I would like you guys to take some responsibility and go learn them, because it is what you absorb from them, how you choose to understand them, and how you apply those principles to life that will get you to the next level. Okay. So get get those get those principles and learn them and how they work. There are countless YouTube videos that will explain them. And I've done a couple. Um, right. The Kabbalion is a good book to explain that. Yes, pick up the Kabbalion or just Google the 7 Hermetic Principles. Right. So if you were to understand these laws, it would stop you from doing stupid stuff, basically, or dealing with certain types of people, basically, or expecting a certain outcome out of something that does not comply, you know, with universal law. And most people make decisions based on the wrong information, the wrong sort of thinking. And so their life goes the wrong way. But all of it is a lesson. But when you start using universal law to make your decisions, your life is much smoother. Okay. There's always going to be ups and downs, but your life is way smoother. Um, that's why you see a lot of people, in life who don't really live by universal law. Their life is up and down. There's always an issue. There's always a problem. There's always drama. But then you see a person who lives by universal law, it's like peaceful. There may be a little bump here in the road, but easily taken care of. because there was preparation and planning. And so the problem is not a problem, you see. A problem to someone who works with universal law is only something to say, oh, well, I need to fix that. But with someone who doesn't practice universal law, it could be the end all of a whole situation, or it could be the devastation of, two people or whatever. You just have to move accordingly to these principles. You have to make decisions. Okay. Um, I feel like now that your audience is learning the laws of alchemy, I think they will soon be drawn to E5, original spiritual. Well, some will, some won't. I feel that an individual form of spirituality to understand and apply to your life is the best, in my opinion, because it does not include, things put in there by other people. It's kind of like you create your own form of spirituality that works for you. Thank you, TB212TB. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. So, whatever they're attracted to is fine, but I feel like a custom spiritual um, experience is best. There's no reason not to learn about all of them, but most people customize theirs anyway. No one follows everything to the exact T. So every form of spirituality is a custom made form. Why not go ahead and be extra super creative and just form your own with all the things that resonate with you? You know. Um, oh, we have the 12-year-old in here. We have to get him out. Anyway, so yeah, right, yeah. So make sure if you have problems in your life that you're taking full responsibility of your part in the problem. Fix your problem by fixing the way that you make decisions and how you react. Okay. I think people have not learned. I don't think a lot of people, especially younger people, are taught this because, they don't teach this really in school. A lot of parents don't know this to teach it. So I feel like if you start young, your life can be so much better when you get older. You can outdo most people in your family. You can rise higher. You can help others because you got this type of thinking. Okay. hmm Why is witchcraft looked down upon? Well, a lot of people fear it. A lot of people think it's evil or bad, but they don't look at themselves or the spirituality that they follow to understand. They don't know universal law. So it's just, I would say, ignorance. But then you have another side to it where you have people practicing witchcraft that don't study universal law either. So on both sides, you have ignorance. So, right. Mark G. Young Pharaoh exposed Nation of Islam documentary. Um, Firefighter. Well, I didn't watch that because I know a lot of things that are happening, and most people don't see or understand what's happening in that area. They only feel like they're trying to compete or disprove something that they have no idea what exactly is going on. So there's some secrets there that people are very unaware of. And so none of that is relevant actually. But those who enjoy that type of information from whoever decides to put it out, um, have fun. But that's not what it is. I was initiated into voodoo. It's a religion. Oh, okay. It's not looking, huh? Okay. What are your thoughts on ammonia jars? I don't really do those, so I don't even like ammonia. I don't like the smell of it. I don't bother with those things. I try something else. Um, mhm. Thank you. Is it a must? Oh, it's a must watch. A lot of unseen Malcolm X. Oh, really? Well, I already know what's happening or what's going on, and if I watch it, I will just be like, they don't know this, they don't know that, they're really dumb. They can't see past their ego. So I really couldn't it wouldn't really be effective because I know a lot of stuff that most people don't know about that situation. And I'm not saying that I'm privileged to some knowledge, but I just decode everything, and I put puzzle pieces together of many unlikely people that you would have no idea that are even working together. You know, there are a lot of people working together that y'all don't know about, and y'all will figure it out later. That's all I'm saying. Um, right. hmm Just wait and see. That's all I'm gonna say. Um, and you know what? It kind of makes me a little bit sad when there are certain things that are said or done in the media with all these public figures, and how the very people that they're trying to help are the main ones that are trying to destroy. And because of their ignorance, and they cannot see the big picture, the huge picture. They only see this much. They don't see this much. And I see like this. So, right, right. But it's okay. Um, because not everyone can have that type of broad spectrum of what's happening. Um, Good night. You going to bed? Can you recommend a vendor that sells good quality crystals online? Huge quartz. I don't know. I don't buy stuff like that online. Um, right. So, right, just abstain from judgment because sometimes you don't know what's or who's working in your favor. Okay. Good evening. Is The Kabbalion a good book to start? Yes, definitely. Thank you, Ayana K. I appreciate that. Um, I feel like a lot of young people with a lot of spiritual knowledge or information or book knowledge, that's great. It's wonderful. And when you get too excited and rush out to say something or debate something, you're gonna have to go back when you're older and retract a lot of stuff. That's all I'm gonna tell you because I'm old. I've done it. I understand that. So I'm not in judgment of anybody. I just think that the ego is very strong when you're young, and that's for a good reason. But as you get old, it starts to pull back a little bit at a time. And once you realize that you are now able to see a broader spectrum and the bigger picture, you choose to judge less. Okay, right. But see, that's just a part of growth. So I just feel that that's what people have to do to have experiences that they learn from. hmm Do you think Black people ever be fully awake? Well, there are a lot of races that are not fully put on society, and a lot of negativity that's put on society is what keeps people from looking at the bigger picture, you know. So, right. I've tried a few. How do you overcome spiritual blocks? By taking full responsibility for your life and studying universal law, the Hermetic universal principles. It will help you make the decisions in life that will not lead to spiritual blockage. You know, most spiritual blockages are your own fault because you make certain types of decisions that were probably not in your best interest. So, you know, take full responsibility for all your actions. There are less spiritual blocks for people that do that. And if you're going to be a spiritual person, if you're going to practice, you know, your spirituality, you can't just practice spirituality and live a garbage life. You have to practice what you have to live what you practice. You know, if you're sitting here reading cards for someone or giving someone spiritual advice, but you're doing the opposite over here, you know, if you're telling someone, oh, you need to calm down and think things through before you make that decision, but then as soon as someone gets on your nerves, you react and make a crazy decision, you're not living how you're presenting your spirituality, you know. So take full responsibility of your life. Before you react, think. And spiritual blocks will seem to dissolve because you won't have them. You're not going to attract those type of situations because you're going to think about them before you make the decision that lead to them. Right. Okay. I think people are too much spiritual. I think people that are too much spiritual are nuts. Yeah. And that's another thing, you know. Most people that are highly spiritual, you won't even know it. Half of these famous people and celebs out here are high spiritual people, and most of you guys don't even know it. And then you're surprised when you see their lyrics or their videos or whatever, because you're not supposed to really wear your spirituality. You're supposed to apply it to your life and to the way that you become successful. Um, Otherwise, you're just playing in clothes and with rocks and cards. You know, that's for me. I say that's the part that people see on TV, and then they move towards that. That's a fun part of it. That's something that leads to the next, to the next, to the next thing. But true high spiritual people, you don't even know they're spiritual. Okay. Hmm. So people only have power if you give it to them. Right. And I know a lot of people I don't want to say play victim, feel like a victim, but that is also your choice. I think most people need permission to understand that everything is their choice. Okay. There are no victims. There's only people that accept being a victim. And when I say that, I mean with emotion or how you allow someone to treat you when you have free will to leave or not deal with them anymore. I'm not talking about like victims that were of criminal activity. I'm speaking about people that you voluntarily keep in your life that keep you feeling like a victim. Um, mhm. What's my social and spiritual opinions on abortion? I have a scientific I have a scientific opinion and a spiritual opinion. I don't do political opinions because political always winds back to spiritual. So the spiritual reason, If you read any spiritual book, if you know science, if you understand ancient Kemet and the process of the afterlife and how the spirit is transformed and all that kind of good stuff, you understand that you do not receive a soul until you take your first breath. That is what I spiritually believe. I believe that they have abandoned, I believe that they're trying to make abortion illegal after 6 weeks because of the amount of melanin in the fetus. They were using that um, in their occult practices. A lot of people were buying their occult practice and in science and stuff to digest and eat those fetuses and their melanin. So I don't really think they care about the women rights or whatever. It's all about that melanin in those fetuses. Okay. Because when they have the most, and that's why they don't want to. They want to filter it all out now. Like they don't want that stuff after. Hi, Kitty. They don't want that after 6 weeks because it's not really valuable to them. Okay. Hi, Kitty. You want to go in there? You want to go in there? I gotta let her in this little room. Come on, Kitty. That's her litter box. Okay. Thank you. So, right. Get in there. Open it up. Open it up. You go out. So anyway. The eyes completely black because they're connected to the pineal gland. Exactly. There was like a photo of, a fetus online, and the whole entire eyeball is melanin. The whole brain is melanin. The whole nervous system is pure melanin. So you're getting a huge amount in those fetuses. After a certain amount of time, it's less and less. So it's not as valuable. Sorry, y'all. Mm-hmm. Psychics say ancestors hold their grandchildren in their spirit realm before they are born. Stars. If it's very scientific, it's very scientific. The plasma, just think about the four states of matter. Okay. And what is a star made out of? Plasma. If you take the fourth state of matter, which is plasma, and bring it on down to the first state of matter or the second state of matter, that is what the ancestors holding your child represent. When you leave, you become part of star system, stars, whatever, a cosmic ray in the ethers. And then when you come back down here and the baby takes its first breath, and the plasma from the atmosphere, which energy is all around in, gets in a certain frequency of such child and it's activate a certain DNA, there is the soul. And then it builds over time. That's because the lungs are filled with amniotic fluid and now they have to be replaced with air. Gas, which is the third state of matter. Then the lungs turn it into that liquid. And then you inhale and exhale, and it builds up in your lungs. And then your soul vibrates into your spirit, into your body. So that's the science behind it. It has nothing to do with before they take that first breath. So I don't think it's There is the point that it is a living being, but not yet with a soul. Okay. Or yeah, right. It's kind of like someone growing a clone. Think about this. Someone growing a clone in a lab. Do you consider that a soul while it's still in the incubator? Just think about it for a second. You always see those alien crafts on TV and like the sci-fi movies, and they're growing like a human and they're floating around in this liquid with these tubes coming out of them. Do you consider that a real human being person? Even though it's a lab experiment, do you think that there is a soul in there? Okay, same thing. Until right. So if you let's say they let you out and you start taking your first breath of air, and they grow some hair, and go outside and get some color on their skin and put some clothes on, and then you start talking to them, and they start learning from their environment around them and breathing in the air. Then you feel like you're more talking to a soul. You're a ghost in the shell. So it's not until that consciousness and that energy gets inside of a human body that it is a soul. Hmm. But that's how I feel about that. My daughter took a video today outside, and you can see all kinds of lights and colorful ones in the sky. Wow. So, you know, spiritual blocks are totally avoidable, and also lessons on what not to repeat. So just get that lesson and don't repeat. And then there are no more spiritual blocks. Learn Hermetic principles and live by universal law, and you will have less issues. I promise you. You know, so many people don't know or were not given the correct instructions on how to make decisions in life, and that's where they mess up because they're just winging it, and then you can't do that. Hmm. Um, true indeed. Oh, cats will look off like they're looking at nothing. Yeah, they can see stuff. I think I saw an article that said scientists have proven that cats and dogs can see things that we can't. Hmm. I'm broken. I need a soulmate, a pretty one ASAP. Well, you better get rich because that don't happen. Look, that's you broke and now you need a soulmate because you broke. That makes sense. Went from girl, wife to soulmate. That's deep. That's super. You must be in trouble big time. Oh, I need a girlfriend. First, I need a friend. I need a girlfriend. I need a wife. Now I need a soulmate. That means you on negative. Okay. Um. I didn't say that I need a friend. I know you skip when people have money, they need friends. When people are broke, they need soulmates. You did. That's what I talk about on my other channel. But spirituality. I know that language too. I know how to interpret what certain words mean in spirituality as well when it's coming. You know, you don't need money, but you need a soulmate with money. But y'all gonna be homeless? Anywho, can't trust a friend. Right. You can't. Women find me beautiful. They don't find that bank account beautiful though. Young women. Not, not ones that have experience. When do we go? Where do we go when we die? I'll let everybody has their own different definitions. I don't like to give you that. You must seek that on your own. I think that's one of the best things for anyone who studies spirituality is to figure that out yourself. Study and find that for yourself. Hmm. Seek that knowledge because I can't tell people that because it's different for a lot of people. Right. Right. Um, do you believe that we're in a hologram made of dark energy essentially? Well, that's what everything basically is if you break it down scientifically anyway. So yeah, it's just a different frequency of vibration. If all your friends have drama, you probably are the drama. Maybe. Okay, seek. There's even a book. What happens when you die? The scientific reason of what happens when you die. That's a good book to read. I found it in Books a Million. It's a really good book. It breaks down the scientific stuff. That's what you should know. Um, Study cultures that really studied the afterlife. Study ancient Kemet. Look deep within those carvings. Go watch my video, True Meaning of the Ankh. It kind of explains it in there a little bit of the ancient Kemetic um, process of the spirit after death. Hmm. The land of Kim, right? So Prince told us, right? True meaning of the Ankh with an A, right? Do you through webs of energy? What's in the corner? This, it's a bag. This, it's a little skeleton dude. That is a makeup bag with Jack Skellington. Hmm. Hmm. You want to be more spiritual, then you have to practice living that way. Read books, get knowledge. Most of spirituality is knowledge of self and knowledge applied in living by universal law. Anything else is practicing um, you know, I wouldn't even really call it. A lot of people that practice magic, that's not what spirituality is. It's just practicing magic. Spirituality ascends your spirit and your knowledge of self. Hmm. Everyone's seeing UFOs. Yep, y'all know it's about to. Y'all know things are about to change. Saucy philosophy. Thank you. I appreciate that. We're getting closer to Saturn. We're coming closer to Saturn right now. So you're gonna see a lot of energies in the atmosphere. You're gonna see a lot of it. Hmm. Yep, things are happening. There is a shift. Yep. Been reading Overcoming the Archon through Alchemy. Great book. Everything already changing. Do you have a low she or so having a low frequency means impulses are not as rapid. Yep. A low frequency, when you're talking spiritually, means that you're not vibrating on a higher frequency, which is um, electromagnetically. Right. You ever like learn something and like read something or meditate and you can feel your body, the frequency of your body getting faster? It feels like a buzz almost. That's your frequency changing vibration. If you don't feel that, if when you sit still and when you're speaking about like things like this or a topic that you're really into spiritually, if you don't feel a buzz, that it means you're vibrating low or you don't understand what's being talked about. The best way to raise your frequency is to keep learning and to speaking and like practicing your knowledge, spirituality, learning. The more knowledge you have, the faster your neurons can fire. The more you understand and know and can link A, B, C, D, E, F, G all the way to Z together, faster your frequency rises. It's all about knowledge. Do y'all remember like all those movies where people get super smart and their energy and vibrations rise so high that they become, people that have superpowers because they're vibrating so high, like X-Man, that movie Powder, um, just all these types of movies that have the same scenario where people, Lawnmower Man, if watch that by Stephen King, the more knowledge you get, the higher you vibrate as well. But it has to be knowledge of something that is beneficial. Even if the knowledge is wrong and you truly believe it and feel something good when you receive it, you can still vibrate high. You know, you have people in churches or worshiping, you know, maybe something that's made up and their frequency is high because it's the idea behind something or it's the idea that they're feeling more empowered about self, even if their truth is your lie, they feel empowered with their truth, you know. So, mhm, Saturn is about discipline, routine, and learning. Exactly. This is the perfect time to get your life correct. This is the perfect time, like, because we're so close to Saturn. This is the perfect time to get your life correct. If your life is out of order, out of whack, you can't do nothing right, this is the time to get it in order, like for good, for good. Like there are people that people will give knowledge to, will, give them a formula, give them a little head start, and they still won't make their lives right. They still won't have that discipline and they still won't change. And that's only because if they don't do it for themselves, it won't count. It won't stick. It won't apply. So that's why, one of the things I was telling you guys earlier, you cannot make someone change. They have to do it themselves. You can't give someone a head start and a form if they're not willing to discipline themselves. So don't waste any more time or money doing that. Just understand when they're ready, they'll do it. If they're never ready, then they'll never get it done. And you've done what you could, and that's all. hmm Some people aren't supposed to do it. Some people are supposed to never make it so that they can learn this lesson. Some people aren't supposed to receive knowledge and apply it because they're supposed to learn this lesson for some reason. Or, they're afraid of it. A lot of people are afraid of success. Thank you, Deanna Joelle. A lot of people are afraid of success or living a good life because they feel like they don't deserve it. In the back of their mind, they don't deserve it. And then when they finally decide to do something about it, and then they start feeling as if they deserve it, that's when it starts benefiting them. They have to feel that they deserve it first. Mhm. And sometimes you have to hit the bottom to try anything to get back up. And that could be the formula that someone gave you, and you have no other option but to follow it. And that is your success. At least you have the knowledge and you can apply it at any time. So instead of people forcing others to do something, just give them the knowledge. So when they hit that rock bottom, they have the tools and the knowledge to rise up on their own. Always give that information, you know. And that way they're good, you know. Mhm. You'll find that most people don't want to be disciplined or form new habits. That's why Saturn punishes you. Exactly. You know what? I have gotten so used to disciplining myself and doing new things. It's exciting now. It's almost like, wow, let me see what I can do. Let me see if I can do this. Let me see if I can do that. I bet I can do this. All I have to do is this, and that, and I'll get this result. And those results are very, very rewarding because the reward that comes after discipline is so great that you don't even remember any type of sacrifice at all. You know what I mean? You don't remember any sacrifice. It's like, wow, look at the result. The sacrifice disappears. You don't have no idea or even think about how hard anything was. It was just a step in that direction. So that's how you have to think about things. Do you do people enjoy suffering more than they do being rewarded? Lack of discipline keeps you suffering. Um, when you can discipline yourself, you live more in the reward stage of life. If you live in more of the reward stage of life, the discipline is not that hard because if you live a life of, structure, of, not really structure, but if you live a life of discipline when it comes to certain things that will take you down, you don't ever have to worry about being taken down because you are disciplined. That's basically it. 10 toes down. Right. Deanna Joel. So, yeah, that's what it is. I don't do readings. I'm so sorry. I don't do readings anymore. She was sweet stuff, looking good. Thank you, Rashida. Mhm. Mhm. You growing an extra chin. No, I had a blemish there. Mhm. If I'm growing an extra chin, it was something in my food. That's that GMO. Just kidding. Um, thank you. You need to research more about Saturn. Yes. So I find that people that don't take instruction or advice well take longer to achieve goals. If you have issues learning from other people, those are the type or listening with an open mind to other people that may have something that you don't, that you're missing, some part of the formula that you're missing. I feel that it's very important to just listen, even though if you don't agree with it, just listen. Sometimes the answer is in what they're saying, but you don't have to completely, agree with everything else, but just listen. Because sometimes that's where your, you know, sometimes that's where a lot of information is hidden and something you don't want to hear. And if you just one sentence, you know how on the movies, someone will be talking and another person that's supposed to be listening is in deep thought, and then they hear that one sentence that stands out extra bold, and then they say, "Oh my God, you're a genius," and it has nothing to do with what they were saying. That's how that works. So just listen with an open mind. Even people that are negative have something to offer you, because you may hear a few key words that make you think of something else, which will give you the idea to become this successful person. So just listen with an open mind, no judgment. Don't receive things that you don't want, but just absorb information. Hmm. Murder She Wrote. How often do you meditate and pray constantly? I'm always thinking. I'm always off in la la land. So if ever, then all day, every day. Um, that's how I live, you know. If you have to make time and schedule something and do it at a specific certain time, that's fine too. But I do this all day. Like I'm just in deep thought every day, all day. And when something profound comes to me, I'll write it down or start researching it further. So um, I don't really pray because I'm not a Christian. But what I do is I have gratitude. I have the feeling of gratitude and happiness and bliss and joy, and knowing that everything is abundant and that there is no lacking. That's something that I feel. I feel like there's no lack. So, and you know, I feel like understanding, knowing things, and being grateful that I know these things is the equivalent to that, right? Hmm. Um, I was born with my third eye open. It's always been open and never closed. So I don't know if opening a third eye is like this process or whatever. I think you must decalcify your pineal gland if your third eye is not open. But I was born with mine open. Like the more you learn and study, the more profound things that you learn, the higher you will vibrate and the stronger and more active it will get. Hmm. My mind is the universe. I know, I understand, right? Um, Knowledge will open your third eye. Exactly. You have to learn. Like most of the things that you learn as a child through school, through society, it closes your pineal gland or your third eye. It closes it. You have to unlearn a lot of things as well. You have to get the truth. You have to get the true history. The history that they give you is fake. Most of it is fake. I read comments sometimes on certain posts where people don't know history, and it's sad because a lot of them try to troll and end up looking stupid and being schooled in a comment because they believe what their teacher told them in elementary school. So please, everybody, get the truth. Get the true history, not the one that they give you in school, because that's a lie. And when you know the truth about history, you vibrate even higher because you're not living a lie, or you're not living with lies in your mind, basing things on lies. When you base things on a bunch of lies, you can't vibrate high. You just can't, you know. So, right. The recipe. You had 50K burglarized from your home. I've been vibrating high, but that really pissed me off. How can I track back? Plus, much more quickly. Well, how did you get that in the first place? Just do that again, whatever you did. Money is energy. How did you make money in the first place? Go make some more. It will suck losing that uh, much money, but if you can get it, you can get it again. You know, that's how I look at it. Whenever the IRS comes, you got to pay some taxes or something. You don't like letting go of that money. Like that's why a lot of celebrities get in trouble because they don't like letting go large amounts of money. But if they can get it right back, it's not an issue. If you have the ability to earn money right back and keep earning it and keep earning it, it's like nothing after a while. You have to let your self vibrate in that frequency is I can get it right back. You know, um, if you have that amount of money in your house, here we go with the universal thinking and cause and effect. If I have that much cash in my home, I'm going to have insurance, burglar insurance, and all those things. I'm going to have insurance if I keep that type of cash in my house. You know, um, so get you some insurance. Okay, this is your lesson. Get you some insurance and get a safe, and no one can steal from you after that. Right. Hmm. Do you know why there aren't stars in the sky anymore? I see stars. Um, it's probably because you're looking at clouds. Hmm. How much cash I got here? None. How do you feel about lurkers? Lurkers or people who copy that never want to acknowledge or support. They watch every day. I don't care. I don't have time to worry about stuff that doesn't matter to me. I feel like the higher you vibrate, the less you think about things that don't matter. You know, lurkers, people that do this and copy. I don't care. It don't matter to me. Um, it's the best form of flattery. I don't know. In the Carolinas, the sky's full of stars. I think the stars are probably being covered with clouds. If the sky looks like really white or pale, even at night, those are clouds. Um, Light pollution stops. Yeah, if you're around a bunch of highway lights, street lights, it's going to be harder to see. Hmm. So anyway, start taking full responsibility of your life and your actions, and you'll have no spiritual blocks. Think about things before you um, do them. Think about cause and effect. I think doing that is going to help you, your kids, and grandkids, and everyone else to come after you. If you teach that, your kids teach that, their kids teach that, your success rate in your generations will skyrocket. That's what these elites are teaching their children. That's what these people who are highly awakened spiritually teach their children. That's why they prosper. If you can't teach your kids about certain things, they're not going to thrive. School is not enough. It's not. Like I always say, when my kids get grown, we're going to start a school to teach this stuff to people. It may not be in spiritual form. It just may be in information form, life, life goal form. It could be a mixture of both. But enough people are not teaching their children. Not enough people are teaching their children how to thrive in this world. because they don't know. And so to bridge that gap, someone that knows needs to step in and teach it. Hmm. And they're probably going to start putting it as a curriculum in school. Life skills is not going to be how to make biscuits and home ec. It's going to be how to make the correct decisions in life. All right. I want to smoke so bad sometimes, but I know it's not good for me. Mama Kush. I know, right? But hey, there are so many people that are suffering from illness and sickness because they could not discipline themselves. They shorten their lives for what? The pleasure of 2 minutes. And then you have to watch them die. Then you have to watch people die because they did not want to discipline themselves. You know, um, that person that's not supposed to be eating this, and that, and then they eat it anyway or sneak it, and it causes them severe health problems. You know, um, and they continue to do it over and over and over, knowing that it is detrimental to their health. You have to let those people do that because they don't want to be here no more, obviously. So let them do it like that. People kill themselves slowly, and some do it quick, but they're doing it anyway. Hmm. Um, all right, Cipher Terrestrial. Have a good day. Good evening. I mean, hmm cheese is a big thing in your family, and they have some real effed up problems. Oh, I can imagine. I mean, and I used to love cheese, but as soon as I decided not to eat it anymore, that was it. And another trick that I use, I never claim to be addicted or I never claim to be addicted to anything. That way, it's not a mental vice. So that's why I feel like a lot of these programs have it wrong. Like AA, you have to get up there and admit you're an alcoholic. I understand taking responsibility for drinking too much, but admitting that you're an alcoholic defeats the entire purpose of not being an alcoholic, right? So I always thought that was kind of strange that people would go up there and say something that they don't want to be. Even if you smoke cigarettes, don't ever say you're a smoker. Mentally, it will be easier to quit. If you identify with a smoker, if you identify being a smoker, if you identify being an alcoholic, if you identify with being or whatever, your mind also develops that identity. So it's harder to quit. If you smoke cigarettes, like, oh, I'm not a smoker. I just smoke sometimes. That's it. I'm not a smoker. I just enjoy cigarettes. It's do not ever admit that. That way, when you quit, your truth is truth. I'm not a smoker. You see, you've already been manifesting not being a smoker the entire time you've been smoking. So when soon as you stop, it's gonna happen faster. Um, you know how like when some kids are young and they have these big dreams and they're like, oh, I'm gonna be a millionaire when I grow up. I know I'm gonna be rich. I'm gonna do this or I'm gonna drive this type of car. They don't know the ins and outs yet of how things work, but they just have this feeling and this attitude about knowing that they deserve that and they can have that and things like that. But then here comes a grown adult or society telling them that they can't have that and putting graphs and charts in front of them and statistics and things about economics or the They put things in front of you to keep your mind and your body and your spirit and your soul from vibrating in abundance. They give you these charts, they give you these economic reports, they give you these things that tell you, oh, the economy is bad. And you sit there and absorb it and you believe it. And that's why your bank account and economy is bad, because they're sitting there feeding it to you, because that's how you keep the masses poor. You know, they're so, and then a lot of people will take these charts and graphs and reports and use them as excuses as to why they can't have certain things. And this is a defeatist attitude, and it was put there on purpose to keep you poor. That's why somebody, as soon as somebody pull up a chart and a graph, I just roll my eyes. You fell for the okie doke, didn't you? Notice women don't really do this. Women don't do this as much as men do because we don't respond to charts and graphs because we're more right brained. We respond to, well, this person did it by doing A, B, C, and D. This person got paid by doing A, B, C, and D. We see the creativity and the many methods to override those charts and graphs, you know. Um, so you can't listen to charts and graphs. They're there to keep you broke. hmm What if your brain is in the middle? Then you need to shift right when they try to throw a graph at you about being broke. Shift to the right. When when they're telling you to spend, 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 the economy is great. Shift a little bit to the left. Save some money. Invest in something that is going to give you a good return. Put something away for a rainy day. You know. Because their trick is to keep you broke. And the reason why they want to keep you broke is because being broke keeps you working and keeps you struggling and stressed out, which keeps you asleep. You don't have time for spirituality. You don't have time for creativity. You don't have time for abundance because you're in lack and you just rushing to pay bills. So the whole game is to keep you in poverty, you know. And then they give you the backup with charts and graphs and pie graphs and statistics and articles. Yet those same people don't even care. They're still on their yacht, spending their money, getting their bonuses because it's not real. It's not real. It's just there to put you in a frequency of poverty, right? So when I see a chart and a graph, I don't care. There are people that don't even pay attention to politics, the economy, or nothing, and they continue to thrive and make money. Why? Because their frequency does not change according to a chart or a graph or political issues. It's about you. Okay. Um, exactly what I needed to hear and confirm. Thank you, Shira. Thank you. So yeah, and so we can't use that as an excuse anymore. There is a creative way. If someone put a gun to your head and they said, you better, if you don't figure out how to make this amount of money in 5 days, I'm going to, off your entire family. You're not going to go look at the political charts. You're not going to go look at the economic graph system. You're not going to go look at the pie graph that says we're in a recession. Are you? You're going to get to thinking and applying this knowledge, intuition. Um, so think about it like that. You're not going to make it, you're not going to tell the killer, but the economy is bad. Have you seen this? Look at this chart right here. We're in a recession. I can't possibly. You're going to figure it out. And that's why, you see a lot of people thriving that are in certain situations where they don't pay attention to those type of things or read those type of articles or look at those type of charts, they seem to find a way because they're not distracted by people telling them that there is no way. Hmm. A bad economy don't stop the rich. If people were smarter, they would look up things or businesses that thrive in bad economies. There's your answer in the void. The answers are in the void when they're not in the light. Just always understand that. If the answer is not in the light, it's in the void. Look to the void. What? Yes. Economy is bad. This is down. This is down. This is down. Well, if that's down, this must be up. Oh, if the economy's bad and everybody's, depressed, sales for pharmaceuticals and antidepressant drugs are up. Let me go invest in that. Oh, if the economy is bad, sales in liquor is going to be up. Let me go invest in some liquor. Oh, if the economy bad is bad, sales are up in this. People can't afford to fly, so they're gonna go ride the bus. Let me invest in this company, this bus company. Think. The answers are always in the void. Those who come with excuses haven't researched the void. They haven't gone into the dark realm. Okay. So go into the dark realm, go into the void to find your answers when you don't see any in the light. Mm. I was told by a poet friend in 2008 when the economy crashed. I told my husband, "We are not poor and I haven't lost anything in this economy." Exactly. I didn't even know there was an economic crash. I'm like, "What? What's that?" I don't pay attention to that stuff. Uh huh. We're in our own world over here. I think it was billionaire Jay-Z that said, "The key to life is to keep a bag coming." There. That's key. That's one of the keys. So, I mean, that's just so true. Don't stop when you get one thing, get three things. When that first thing starts slowing down, add another one. When that second thing starts slowing down, add another one. And these will still be up, but they're not going to be thriving as much. And then maybe they'll pop back up later on. And now you have 10 money makers, 10 streams of income. You don't stop. If you only have one stream of income, get another one, then get another one. Keep getting it. And that way, when this one falls off or gets smaller, you have two backups. You'll never be broke, ever. Keep adding. I don't even care what it is. A lot of people have savings around, sitting around their house, waiting to get stolen, when that could have been invested in a business that was making triple that and would not be able to be stolen. And you would have had all that. Plus, don't let stuff sit around when it could be making money. Ooh, universal law. When it could be making money, you can make money in your sleep. There's countless ways to do it if you think outside of the box. I saw this flyer come to my house and I just had to laugh. It's called "I will clean your trash cans," or bin cleaners or something. They come to your house and they clean out your garbage can, like your giant garbage can where you put the garbage out. They clean that out with a giant water hose, um, water pressure thing. I don't know. And they charge you $20. If you got that much, just that much knowledge, you can make money. You know, uh, I know, right? And think about it. The person that owns that company probably don't even get out of their house. They just probably hire about 10 people to go around cleaning people's trash cans and hand them $100 at the end of the day when they made like maybe 300, you know? If you have a certain amount of money, you could buy an online franchise, hire people that and then pay them to go out and do a bunch of jobs, like a maid service, a cleaning service. You could hire like what, 10 people and charge what, 300, $200 per house and then pay them whatever you're going to pay them. And you get most of the profit and repeat business on a weekly, bi-weekly, bi-monthly or monthly basis. And you have accounts just streaming in, you know, with automatic deductions from their bank account just going into your bank account. And all you got to do is pay the ladies at the end of the week or at the end of the day. And that's pretty much it. Money in your sleep. $50,000 could buy about four of those companies. Um, you could start one on your own with a website and an ad on Craigslist. That simple. So, there's no bad economy. There's just lazy people without much thought. There are no spiritual blocks. There are just people that won't take full responsibility of their decisions in life. The only thing that you definitely know is that there is an abundance and that there is no lack. Someone always needs something. What do people have that they have to keep doing over and over and over again? Food. They got to eat, right? They got to drive. hmm Supply and demand. Just keep thinking of ways to make money. If you don't have two or three sources of income, you're in danger. hmm You're in danger. I saw this man with the genius idea. I was like, dang, I'm not even mad at him. He was on either YouTube or Facebook Live, giving people his Cash App link, telling them if they sign up to Cash App, they both get $5. He's on there for like an hour or two a day. He makes like $700. He just goes into different groups or, puts titles on his stuff to make people click on it and puts his link up there. You want $5? Here's free $5. Open a Cash App account with my code and we each get $5. He'll sit there and do that for a couple hours and just get off and be done. That's how he makes his money. Why? That was all he'd have to do was say, if I sign up for Cash App, I get $5. And if I get other people to sign up, I get $5. Let me go live. See? Right there. Money. Um, so there's always a way. There's so much in this world. There's so much abundance just floating around you, just like the energy that's floating in the air. That energy is full of frequencies and ideas. If you are vibrating on a right frequency, you can absorb those things. Your brains, your soul, spirit, mind, body are all going to connect dots and you're going to find ways to make money out of the stupidest things. hmm That is some junior high stuff, but it worked. He's getting paid. Okay. Brilliant. Right. There's people getting paid on stupid cat videos all over YouTube for watching a cat do something dumb but cute. There are millionaires from cat videos. How did you get your millions? I YouTubed a cat and I put music behind the background and you know that was it. There are people walking around who became millionaires for something stupid. So just think about that for a second. Right. Paper money is nothing to compare to spiritual currency, right? Spiritual currency is wonderful, but when you have spiritual currency and very little physical money, it's hard for a poor man to smell the roses. It means you cannot observe much when you're too busy in survival mode. You can't see spiritually on the same level as someone who is not in survivor mode, you know? So also remember that there's always that balance. If you're starving to death and you have to figure out where your next meal is coming from, or if you lose your job, you got to figure out where you live, you don't have time to sit and ponder the universe. You don't have time to even collect spiritual currency if you're broke. So just remember that. Hmm. What can you tell us about ancestor money? If they didn't leave you no money in their will, that's a joke. But you can buy it at the Asian shops. Um, why do horrible people live but great people go quick? Because they have to learn their life lessons and suffer. And great people die quick so they can hurry up and come back again with even more knowledge at a younger age and do way more. I mean, think about it. If you were going to reincarnate and you got a lot of great knowledge and you were very successful, and you come back as a child prodigy, you can do a lot more. You know, if you're a bad person, you're going to suffer, you're going to stay here long, and till everyone turns on you, you're going to learn all your life lessons before you get to come back. Hmm. Right. Respect has been set. Only dummies still. Ooh, law scared this. What? Oh, so can a person come back if they had no biological children? Um, if you go on ancestry.com, I think you have a bunch of cousins in the world. Somebody contacted me the other day. I think I'm your cousin. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. You have blood relatives. How can Mother Teresa live so long? How come Mother Teresa lived so long? Because she did. I don't know. It doesn't mean all good people are gonna die young, right? Sure. How did you think of the new? What did I think of the new Aladdin? Lots of royal slash popper talk. I think the genie, Will Smith in Aladdin, even though he was bound as a genie, he had the power of abundance within him, and he knew that he did. And the thing that he was trying to teach Aladdin was that he did not have to pretend to be something else when he was already abundant within as well. Um, so basically, he knew that all the things in life um, are abundant and you can have what you want at any stage. Hmm. So I did like it. Um, you saw a funny quote. It in a rich man's house, there is no place for spit but on his face. Right. There are a lot of people that um, live rich while others live poor and they thrive off of people being in poverty. A lot of those statements are used um, when people exploit the poor. When people um, take money and pay their and take vacations and don't give their employees any bonuses because they want a fourth yacht. Those are the type of people that those type of things and quotes are speaking about, not people who you know um, are rich because they actually understand abundance. These are oppressors who remain rich while the majority remain poor. So, and they have the ability to do more, but they don't. They keep you poor by using mind control, mind games. They don't teach you the correct skills in school. They keep you going backwards in a circle. It's about that. But those who have information, those who know, all these things, they don't have to be upset at rich people because they're already abundant. You know, um, like China don't even have a middle school. Wow. hmm So that's how I think about that. When you lack abundance, it's only because you lack abundant thinking. If a man can get on live and talk about Cash App and $5 and get paid, there is no excuse. You know, um, you know what I mean? There's only a lack of imagination. There's only a lack of imagination. You got to use your creativity. hmm But see, when they have you so busy, so tied up, so stressed, you can't access that part of your brain because you're so busy. hmm And Cash App does help you acquire Bitcoin as well. That's true. The internet allows anybody who has internet connection to become rich. The internet allows anyone with internet connection to become rich. It's There's an infinite possibility of ways to get money. If you can't think of one, that's something that you need to work on. That's just it. There are people that make so much money online from one idea. So start thinking, like, instead of sitting there meditating, get some paper and write down money making ideas so you can have all the time in the world to meditate after you start making enough money to quit your job. You know, um, if people did that instead of sitting up there trying to meditate, astral travel, and as soon as you come back into your body, you got to go to work. Are you serious? Oop. Oh, alarm goes. Oop, time to go to work. Nope. Take that time to find out how to free yourself first financially. Then you can do that all day. Okay. So if you have to rush off to work and you have to do all of that, it's because you didn't sit and think and figure out how to make money some type of way without having to leave your house or go to work. The internet allows you to do this. Think about this for a second. You can buy and sell stuff. You can promote things. You can get a YouTube channel. You can do um, spiritual readings. You can do instructional videos. You can do reviews on products. It will send you free stuff. I mean, it's just an infinite amount of way. You can get on and try to get $5 from everybody who signs up for Cash App. I mean, there's just infinite ways. There's infinite ways. Just too many. And you will make more money than most regular, jobs. And it's all up to how much you want to work and how much you don't want to work. Hmm. You got 8 online hustles. That's good for you. Hmm. Right. So there are people that, okay, here's my thing. There are people that will get a bonus or their income tax check back and go and blow it. That little amount of money that you get back could start an entire online business that thrives. And so, we have to make better decisions for ourselves instead of stupid ones. And financial literacy has a lot to do with it. Okay. There's a lot to do with it. Hmm. Everybody's selling hair and eyelashes nowadays. Exactly. Go on Instagram. You can't scroll through Instagram without somebody selling stuff. Okay. I'm finna join them. Hell, they're not finna get all the money. I can get some too. You know why? Because it's that easy. Um, why not? Mhm. You are too, Deanna. Okay. Hmm. You've made money on eBay for years. Good for you. See, there's eBay. There's Poshmark. There's Etsy. There's Instagram. There's YouTube. There's cash. I mean, there's just so many infinite ways to get paid online. I don't even see why people lack. All you got to do is do the research and just do it. Hmm. And don't just stop at one idea. Keep figuring out more and more and more. Because let me tell you guys something. When you get to the point where you can make money in your sleep, that is the best feeling ever. Think about this. You go to bed tonight. Just think about this for a second. Go to bed tonight. Snore, whatever. You wake up, $500 extra in your account. Think about that. This is what most people can do if they just sit down and write some ideas down. you know. So just think about it. In your sleep. You didn't have to do anything except set it up. Hmm. Just think about it. If you have a savings account, you have a paycheck that comes in, save $100 every month until you have maybe $2,000. Take that $2,000, invest in some type of inventory or online business that you can sell fast, that things that are high in demand, and put them online. And that you could turn that $1,000 into $4,000 in less than 2 weeks, if whatever you're selling is in demand, or if you have the right ability to promote it, or if you send it to someone to review and promote and whatever. It's that's how easy it is. People are working hard for nothing. Hmm. So just think about that, and don't fall for hustles that other people have. Find your own. Like, find your own thing. Do your own business. Do your own thing. Don't just follow somebody else's who's working for another company. Do your own thing. Yeah. Get you an initial investment amount from somewhere, saving, borrow it, give it, ask for gift cards for your birthday, whatever. and then go invest into yourself. People that invest into themselves are the happiest and the most profitable. Mhm. There's nothing more powerful than being self-propelled financially, spiritually, and mentally. You may be free spiritually, you may be free mentally, maybe, but are you free physically? That's the last key, the financial freedom. And the internet allows anyone to financially free themselves. That they can't see anything over the internet. They can't see the color of your skin. They can't see if you have on a bonnet or not. They can't see if your teeth are messed up, throwing gang signs. They see that money, that investment, that advertisement, that um, ability to want to thrive, and they respond to the demand. And that's it. That's what I'm there. It's easier to do it online. I see so many people make excuses. Well, you don't know what it's like. Then work online. Start your own business. Put up a meme or a picture of a model or some random person you get off the internet or whatever, but make your money. Do you know that all these stores closed down because people are shopping online now? All of these businesses are closing down because everybody's doing stuff online. Okay. So people that are free spiritually understand a lot of stuff. People that are on to the mental, but still have to get up and report to work. You got to free yourself that financially too. Okay. Okay. Why are why I think so many people are afraid to start their own business because they think it's going to fail. Thank you, Deanna Joelle. Your gurus. But if you're going to spend that money on something stupid anyway, what does it matter, right? You can fail and learn lessons that are much more valuable than the amount of money you lost. Start small. Most people want to start huge and wonder why their business fails. Start small. You know, some people, oh, I have to go get a business loan. I have to get a location. No, start online. You can start with $500, $200 online for free. Y'all thinking like, oh, I need to go do this and I need thousands of dollars and business loans. No, you need an idea and a few dollars, a few $100s to start off with. Then you can build up and build it up. Most people think business, they think of building, a location, employees. No, online small business is all you need. And don't try to sell stuff that the market is saturated with. Like, and stuff that people don't really want to buy from people like that. Like a lot of people, oh, I'm going to make jewelry and shea butter and all that stuff. Everybody's doing that. Do something different. Do something that's in demand, that's beneficial, that people are running to purchase, that can't stay on the shelf. Invest in something like that. Hmm. Would I use a large sum of money to pay off a debt? Nope. Start your own business because you're going to make way more money than what you owe in debt. And then you can pay off your debt and still have money, making money. I never suggest paying off a debt before you start your own business. Pay yourself first. That's the stupidest thing. That debt's going to stay there anyway. It's still going to be on your credit score. Okay. Get your business up and pay the debt off later. And I always call and say, if I pay this off all at once, I'm gonna only can I pay this amount, a percentage of it, and then you have to pay way less. You get to pay way less. Hmm. Okay. Maybe it's the lighting, but I'm not feeling this wig. I like darker hair on you. Okay, well, then adjust your screen, Mandy. And I don't live for you. Anyway, great day. Um, and the whole education system messes people's business mind up. You're taught to go to school, learn, then go to work, have student debt, go to work, come home, go to work. Do you know that some people that never went to college and just started a business make more money? And I feel that once your mind is structured in a certain way for so many years, it is very hard to think outside the box. And now you're stuck looking for a job, working for other people forever. And you base your value on a degree and how much salary someone pays you. When someone can just turn around, invest $2,000, and by the time you graduate from high school, I mean, by the time you graduate from college, that person that skipped college and had an initial investment of $2,000 now has a multi-million dollar company, you know, because, just as hard as you work in college, if you worked hard at a business, you could have millions or at least a high six figures before most of those people graduate. There are people in high school now that have online e-commerce business who make more than their teachers. You know, there are high school kids that have eBay stores, gaming channels on YouTube, merch, and all this kind of stuff. Even if they don't have, even if they're not into social media, they may be just someone who has an eBay store or buys wholesale and resells on Amazon or something like that, and make more money than the teacher that's telling them, "Oh, you better do right, or you're not going to, be a successful adult." That happens to a lot of people. And I remember when people were telling me stuff when I was younger, and I'm like, "Ugh." I'm glad I didn't listen to them. That's all I'm going to say. I'm just glad that I didn't listen to them because, you know, um, there's so much more potential that they don't see in you, but you know it. Hmm. Right. I was a bad girl in school. I would go steal clothes and sell them to girls at school. I made good. I had my own business in junior high school. I'm telling you, I I would buy the multiple packs of gum that come in the little 25 cents packs. I would sell them for $1 each at school. I would take $2 and turn it into $20 before the end of the day. I also did tarot readings at lunch for $5. Okay, I had my business from the start. I was always making money because I knew how to do it. There was a demand for gum. Every time you bring gum to school, "Ooh, can I have some gum? Can I have some gum?" Yep, $1. Got that gum. So make I would leave with $20 on a daily basis that I went to school. I made $100 a week just going to school. I wasn't getting ready to go to school for free. So, that's how you got to think in life. Like, how can I benefit from this situation? How can I benefit from going to this place that's teaching me lies? Well, I might as well make some money while I'm here. You know, um, think like that. That's how you're supposed to think. You were selling Lisa Frank pencils. Yeah, that too. That too. I used to do all of that too. I used to get like mechanical pencils. That's what it was back in the day when I was young. Mechanical pencils were the thing. I would sell those. Hmm. Thank you, Deanna Joelle, again. So think like that. Mhm. If you go to work and there's a lot of women at your job, what do women love to buy? What are they always asking you for? What are they always asking to borrow? Come on, ladies. We can figure this out. Men, same thing. What do women always ask to borrow? Perfume. What else? Lotion. What else? A brush. Make some little you know what I would do? I would have like I would go to like you can even go to the Dollar Tree, or if you have money to and actually invest, buy wholesale from China. Get a little makeup bag and have like lotion, a little body spray, this, and that, and keep them in your office in a drawer or in your purse or your tote bag. And whenever someone comes in to borrow something, you'd be like, I sell these little kits for like $5. Keep this in your office. You'll never need it again. Oh, that's a good idea. I'll buy one. Here you go. Leave work. You might have $50 to $100 if enough people come in. I heard you sell those little kits with stuff in it. Can I buy one to keep in my office or my drawer? There you go. Money making idea right there. If they come in to borrow, you can always sell. If they're asking you for something, that's what you need to start selling. You know, um, even food. People get hungry. Sell snacks. Go buy a bunch of Twinkies if you got some junk food fanatics and sell Twinkies for $2. I don't know. Do something. You invest in a dollar pack of Twinkies and you can leave with 20 if you're smart. Bundle deals, exactly. If you're not internet savvy, be work savvy. Hmm. Right. So get into the entrepreneurial mindset. Don't I always tell people when I do like consultations, sometimes I say, don't leave your room until you figured out 3 ways to make money without working for someone else. Stay in your room until you have successfully figured out 3 ways to make money without working for someone else and that you know it's going to make money. Don't leave your house, don't leave your room until you figure out 3 ways. And then go execute the first one, and then the second one, and then the third one. If people had this type of discipline, life would be so much easier. And you'd be surprised how easy it is to make extra money. Okay. Uh, whatever you start off doing, do it. Hmm. That's you might not do that for the rest of your life, but um, it's a stepping stone to the next thing. Hmm. Get paid to be a gypsy. Yeah, but you know, get paid to do what you love. That's exactly what it is. If you love doing those things, get paid to do it. Get paid to do something you love. If you love giving people advice and you're really good at something, you know, make a website, put on there counselor consultation, no, to get a consultation or whatever. Um, some people use a life coach. Some people use metaphysical, spiritual advisor. I don't know, like whatever you're good at. Relationship coach. If you're good at something, make money off of it. If you like doing it, make money off of it. Um, if people are always complimenting something about you, make money off of it. Oh, you look so nice. Da 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 da. Oh well, why don't we have a da 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 consultation and I can help you. Da 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 da. Oh, really? How much do you charge? Oh, here, this is how much I charge. So take what you know, take what you like, and do it. People will pay. Most people think that they don't deserve to be compensated for time, energy, and information that they give to other people, but you do. You go to see a doctor, you wait in that waiting room for an hour, you get in there, he tells you one sentence, and then you have to pay or give him your insurance card. He just made like $165, and there you go. If they can do that, you can charge for your information and time and energy too. Hmm. You're gonna start pretending you're a trainer. If one more person asks me if I'm a trainer, yeah, yeah, I sure am. Hmm. Make some cards. I'll meet you in the park at 9 a.m. and we could do some physical training, some fitness training. Here's my cash app. Secure a session, and I'll meet you there. Go on YouTube and look up fitness routines to do outside. Memorize that and get your money. Okay? I'm about to get some. Exactly. You know that I've started so many small businesses since I was like in high school. I might have like 10 different cards with different things on them. I remember I had a small catering business for people that worked and couldn't cook and were sick of fast food or was trying to stay healthy. This is before they had like healthy food choices on the menus. And I would cook like food that would be more like, y'all remember, what's it called? I don't remember the name of it, but My Fit Food, like where you can go get diet food that's like cooked but it tastes good. I had my own catering company that would cook healthy meals and deliver it to people's businesses. I had the little styrofoam things and little bags that I bought from like Sam's, and I'll make money that way. Then I did large catering events because y'all know with the culinary school. I did that on the side when I was bored. The money wasn't really important. It was just fun for me because I was like doing my cooking skills. That didn't last very long, but I knew that I could make money. You see, right? I also did. What else did I do? I did all kind of arts and crafts, jewelry. I made pendulums, jewelry, um, just everything that people do. I make candles. I did all those things when I was like really young. I did. What else did I do? I did gift baskets, just everything. There you go. Oh yeah, I do have my online cult shop, a cult shop. You had a restaurant? Wow. hmm Event planning. The best way to make money in your sleep is to do a drop ship company, and you work less than 10 minutes a day online. All you got to do is, put in orders, and the drop ship company will ship everything. You just like whoever ordered whatever, enter their information into the address, what they ordered, and click send in one big email. You know, that's how you make money in your sleep. The initial investment of $2,000. That's it. And you make that many, 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 many times over. So, mhm, look up drop shipping. You don't have to make anything, you don't have to ship anything. All you have to do is promote and sell and up the value or up, change the price on the product to get your profit. Basically it. There are countless products. If you're a guy, you could do tech products. You could do like men's clothing, beard oil. God, if I see another ad for beard oil, if you have a luscious beard, get on Instagram and massage that beard oil in there with some nice, make sure your hands are manicured first. Like, put that link to that beard oil that you didn't up the price. And, they do private labeling. So you can name it, Mufasa's beard oil or whatever you want to name it. And all of a sudden you wake up and you have sold 20 bottles of overpriced beard oil. You don't have to go to work that day. If you do that every day, you never. Oh, how did you get rich? This beard oil. you know. So same thing with ladies. You go on Instagram, you see countless people putting lipstick on. You see countless people showing nails or putting, lashes on. All they did was go online, select Google, typed in drop shipping for beauty supplies, private label. That's all they did. you know, and they make money in their sleep. Mustache oil. Sales, not sales, right? hmm It's Instagram modeling is cool too. It is. You can get money on if you're an Instagram model, or if you're not an Instagram model, if you look good and get a large following, companies will pay you to advertise their stuff for them. Um, but you make more money selling the stuff yourself. hmm Yeah. Your brother bought cheap watches from AliExpress and sold them for $100. He was smart. um, Sounds smart to me. Hey, shipping, right? Sell on Amazon, AliExpress, Wish.com, all of those places. Sell, 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 right? Because you know why? When you want to buy something, when you feel something like these days, you don't have to leave your house to do anything. Um, just get online. There are people that deliver groceries. You know, they get paid too. That's their little side hustle. It's kind of like Uber for groceries. hmm See, here's my thing. A lot of people, when they say that they're going to start a business, they want to do too much work. First I got to go to school. First I got to do this. No, if you can't start a business online or for yourself tomorrow, then A, you're stalling. B, you didn't get the idea on how to make money quick. You know what I'm saying? You need to get the quick money making ideas. Right. Oh, thank you, Lauren King. Thank you so much for being helpful across the board and me and many others. Your content is always amazing. Your work is so appreciated. Thank you so much. Thank you for that donation. And I have helped so many people. So many people want and start their own business. You know, uh, it may not make millions of dollars, but a lot of them don't have to work anymore. So it's best to invest in yourself. It always pays off, no matter what. If you think about this, if you go to work and work 8 hours for someone else, you could be working 8 hours for yourself and earning 3 to 4 times as much as you would at work. Thank you, Brittany Vance. How do you promote your online business? Through social media. You have to have social media. You have to, you can pay Facebook to run your ad. You can pay Google to run your ad on videos. Y'all know you always have to watch a video. You can pay them and they'll run your video. They'll run your information. Or if you have a large following, you just promote yourself. Or you find someone with a large following and have them and ask them to promote your stuff or pay them to promote your stuff. That's how, you know, it's all about the promotion and the visibility. So I suggest anyone that wants to start some type of online business to start your social media and gather people first. Okay, gather people first. Hmm. You've inspired my. I've inspired your business venture. You funded by your spouse, blessings and prosperity. Thank you. Good luck. Or I'm glad. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Pinterest, all those places are advertising places. Hmm. So I always see like men or women saying, "Oh, I'm cute. I look this good. I look that good." Da, da, da." Well, then use that to promote yourself and sell something. Um, you look cute to go sit somewhere and work for someone else, but you could use that to promote yourself and get paid. Hmm. Um, Dark energy and dark realm represent the void, the dark plasma, which is a frequency that is vibrating so fast. It's where all the information is, it's where things are created and materialize into the physical. That's where it starts. So that's what that is. And when you look into the universe and you see the vast amount of darkness, that is the dark realm and dark energy. And it also is the source of, you know, the light that is visible to you as well. Think of the darkness as a source and think of the light as information. Hmm. She inspired me to do Poshmark last year. As soon as I started, I made more money than I thought I would and gave great basic knowledge and the confidence to do more. Oh, wow, really? That's good. Yeah, if you have a phone, like you don't even need a computer to work for. I mean, to start a store on Poshmark. You could start a Poshmark store from your phone. You can put your stuff that you want to sell out of your closet on Poshmark, and they even have a boutique that you can sell wholesale clothing from. They ship you the clothing, and you sell it, you ship it out. Money right there. Hmm. I have great business idea. I just can't think of a good name for my business. Name it something else. You can always change your business name or make it some type of initial or something, you know? Right. Um, are you doing late nights now? I probably will because I don't have to get up in the morning and drive kids to school. It's summer. Hmm. You can sell anything on Poshmark. They sell kids' clothes. If you have kids and you're buying expensive clothes for your kids and they outgrow them, they sell kids' clothes. They sell jewelry. They sell anything you can ship, basically. Mhm. Any Fourth of July plans? We usually stay home on the Fourth of July, but once we may go to Austin, but I don't know. I don't really celebrate the Fourth of July like that. Um, what if you're a big woman and you looking for a sugar daddy? This the wrong channel. What to look for? Man, still look. Um, that's another thing. If you're on a diet and you're trying to lose weight, um, take some before and after pictures. And when you lose all the weight, you can um you can contact a bunch of diet companies and and lie basically and say, I used your product to lose weight and I have before and after pictures. I have social media. I would love to share my story. Can we work out some type of affiliate program where, if I have a certain um, promotion code that I get a percentage of the sale? Okay. You can get paid off losing weight. Some people do that, but they just run and go get liposuction and still get paid. But the whole point is you can make money off of anything. Right. You'd be surprised sometimes what you get, if you just ask. Right. So, whenever I talk about starting your own company, I don't mean go to school first, or I don't mean take some long course and training first. I mean, what can you do tomorrow? What can you do with the amount of savings you have right now, or a fraction of it? What can you do tomorrow? That's what I'm talking about, not far way off stuff. What can you do tomorrow? What can you do next week? Stop thinking too much and think today and tomorrow about starting your own business. Because if you say, oh, well, I got a good idea, but I have to go to real estate school first and I have to do this. No, what can you do tomorrow? Okay. What do you have? What are your skills? What can you do tomorrow? So do that. There's no excuse anymore. You have the internet and you have ideas in your head. And I feel that once you free yourself, you'll have 80 to 90% less problems in your life. And your life will be much more content. Okay. Hmm. Yeah. So, if you want to translate stuff, there are websites you can get on, um, where people go if they want, translators or people to translate their content into different languages. And then you just give them your price. Hmm. Right? Your daughter has 6 businesses. She helps people work from home selling. Yeah, wonderful. See, that's awesome. And she's 30 and she has all those businesses. That's great. Sell everything. Sell it all and take that money and invest it into the new product. Mhm. Your 9-year-old son wants to sell ice pops, let him sell it. Mhm. That's a good idea. People buy from kids quick. Telling you. You know how they always have those kid millionaires? You know those kids had help from their parents. All they did was slap that kid's name and face on it and let them be the forefront of that company. And people ran to buy it just because it was a kid. Okay. Hmm. What do you think of life coaches? I think your life has to reflect what other people's life want to be. You know, you can't be a life coach if your life ain't together. So, if your life's together, if you're highly successful, if people would trade places with you, I think those type of people would make great life coaches. Brittany Vance, how are you doing private business? Are you doing private business consultations? I don't do private business consultation unless you are serious and have money to invest into a business or a skill that is highly in demand. Because I can't give you something that. Thank you for the donation, by the way. I can't give you your what you're gonna do. You know what I mean? If you already have the idea and you just need to know how to get started, yes. But I don't sit there and try to convince you to start a business and you have zero things to start with or ideas or whatever. I've done those, and a lot of people usually come in with, well, I heard that if I, do this, this, and that, or if I sell this or invest in this, I can make this much money. It's not about getting rich quick. It's about building and investing in yourself. Because most of those get rich quick scams are scams. You know, what can you do? What do you enjoy doing? What can you do and get paid for that you like? So if you're serious, yes, I do. I don't give you. I don't try to make you feel like you should. You need to already be there mentally, right? Mhm. 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 My grandmother has business. Wow. Oracle, Katrina. Okay, so you were thinking to do nails. So you got to go to school to do nails. So you have the money to go to school to learn how to do nails. Then you have to go work in a nail shop. Who's going to hire you in their nail shop? Uh-huh. You're going to right. Where are you going to do nails at? Mhm. Acrylics at home. Yeah, but see, that's kind of dangerous because you can get sued. You give somebody a fungus or a disease from not having the proper equipment to clean your stuff, then you can get sued. You got to be smart too. You can't just do stuff out your kitchen. You need to be smart, cover yourself with insurance, all that kind of stuff. If you're going to do that type of stuff, online business people, right? Mhm. Just think, you know what? I feel like less work and more money is the key. You know, why don't you just sell nail products wholesale on a store? Why don't you sell nail kits and products and stuff like that and do like nail videos or nail Instagram short videos and sell nail products? You ain't got to go to school. You don't have to waste time trying to get a job and get insurance and all that kind of. Just do the easiest, fastest thing. Stop trying to pull it out. Do the easiest, fastest thing. Instead of wasting money on nail school, if you already know how to do nails, invest it in products that you can sell online. Okay. Mhm. And your child, they never have to work at McDonald's. They never have to work at the grocery store. They can do this too. They can work online too. They can have their own store online too. They could promote. If they're all going to be on social media all day anyway, they might as well be dropping links and pictures to their stores and advertising stuff. They might as well be getting paid if they're going to be online all day. Um, so it doesn't just stop with you. They can get money too, buy their own car, whatever. And you build up so many businesses. When your child gets to the age where they can legally work and have all those teenage needs, all you got to do is take one of your businesses and say, here you go, baby, this is your business to run now. This is how you're going to earn your money. This is how you're going to pay for this and that. Advertise for it. Put in your 10 minutes a day and put in your orders or whatever. Make money in your sleep. There you go, baby. Never have to go to McDonald's. Never have to get sexually harassed by your boss who knows you're underage. Never have to deal with dirty, nasty coworkers spreading rumors about you. Here you go, baby. Psh. Imagine if life was like that instead of, making people go out and do something that they don't enjoy. So do that for yourself and for your offspring. It'll pay off later on in life. They'll thank you later, you know. Give your kids stuff like that instead of junk that they will never ever benefit from. If your kid plays video games all day, tell them, look, why don't you sell video gaming gear on Amazon and advertise it? Why don't you start a YouTube channel and game online and get paid? If you're gonna sit in front of a game and TV all day, get paid for it. I if you're spending 8 hours a day playing a video game and you're not getting paid, there's something wrong. So I sure would. Even if you're just selling the gaming gear and dropping an Instagram, short video and selling it to whoever, it's still better than making zero. Okay. Yeah. Teach your kids to be entrepreneurs. That's the one thing that they need to learn. Do you ever see the elite or the rich people's kids working for somewhere that's not earning a lot of money or not have they have their own businesses, companies. They give them a stock option in their companies. They give them you know a trust fund to go and do and start their own businesses. That's what y'all need to start doing for your kids, even if it's like a little cheap online business. Give them something like that. That way they'll always have the ability to get money. Hmm. Is it possible to raise your vibration in order to receive money from? Yeah, just act like you deserve it. Act like it's automatic. To raise your vibration for people to give you money or to gift you, already expect it, even when you speak to them. It's all about your tone. Um, Even if it's a joke, they're gonna remember it. It's the power of suggestion. You're walking into work to this morning. You gotta look good though. You can't be looking crazy. You gotta look decent. You go in there, that means put yourself together. Don't go in there like you just woke up. Make sure you look decent, that people will, admire. And then, you can joke around. It's like, "Ah, you're taking me to lunch today. So I'm gonna see you at 12 o'clock. See? Pick pick the one don't have company for lunch. He's paying. She's paying, he's paying, whoever. You're taking me shopping tomorrow for shoes. I have not had a new pair of shoes in ages and I need your opinion. on what to buy. You know, expect it. Go in there with that frequency. They're not going to say no to that. And if they do it to the next person till you get a yes. Hey, um, just vibrate as if it's already given to you. Did I see that lady who gifted her daughter a lip gloss business instead of, ooh, that was a good idea. I did see that, Andrea. And I was like, that's exactly what I've been planning on doing for so many years when my kids get to the age that they can work. I'm just going to give them one of my businesses. Hmm. So, yeah, because I plan on doing like three more already. I plan on doing three more. That way they have their choice. Hmm. And they'll already know how to work it. They'll already see me doing it. So all they have to do is just step right in and keep it going. I mean, look at Rihanna. She started by, just doing music. Then she went into makeup. No, she did Fenty stance first. Then she went into makeup. Then she went into lingerie. Now she has a fashion house in Paris. Keep building on top of businesses. Start another business, start another business, start another business. You'll always have businesses and money. Hmm. Um, do you realize that some businesses bought um, a small amount of inventory and turned into $1 million industry just because of advertisement? So, be smart. What would you do with $1,000? Well, if I had $1,000 to invest in a business, I would buy, depending on who I was, and depending on the amount of money I had to spend, I would buy something and sell it um, online, or buy products and sell them online. Hmm. I wouldn't. I would buy cheap and sell for higher. Right. If you can advertise for yourself or find someone that has a lot of social media followers, or just go in a group with a bunch of people and post your link there. You know, go on Instagram and post. Go on Twitter and post. Hashtag it to death. Hashtag it with some stuff that's popular. Whatever is trending, hashtag it. That hashtag will get you paid. You know, you're selling something. If Beyonce is in the media at this time, hashtag whatever you're selling, then hashtag Beyonce. Whenever somebody searches Beyonce, guess what pops up? Your ad, even if it has nothing to do with Beyonce. Hashtag popular people. Whenever their stuff pops up or people search their name, guess who else pop up? Your stuff. Okay. You ever wonder why so many people have weird hashtags that have nothing to do with what they're posting? It's to get seen. Okay. Right. So hashtag yourself to death. Hmm. Right. Erica said, I can make you put your phone down. Right. I just gave you a good idea. Sure, I went to work for myself. The only business I've come up with is a daycare since children is always in demand. Should I keep moving forward with it or drop it for something less work? You have to get permits, insurance, watch kids. Why don't you just buy a bunch of crap and sell it online? Make money in your sleep. You know what I mean? The less work you do, the freer you are. Someone says, write some children ebooks and sell them. That's another good idea. Hmm. Sell kid items online. Make a kid store online. You know, buy wholesale hair bows and, you know, things for kids and sell it online. Sell toys. Yeah. Drop ship. You don't even have to ship anything out if you have a drop ship company. And that stuff is not even that expensive. Right. Clothes, bows, toys, coloring books, cups. I don't know. Shoes, whatever. Go to a drop ship company. Go to a warehouse, a wholesale warehouse website. They have billions of products or millions of products to choose from. Then you just set up a one of those ready to go websites and you're done. Hmm. You have to register your business for that. Yeah, it takes about 5 minutes online to register a business and get a tax ID number. Hmm. The same day. Right. Right. And let me the way to make the most money is doing the least work. You know, um, the least hands on. Like if you're gonna sell products and you do drop shipping, all you got to do is type and click on your computer, and that's basically it. And then you get the money. You know, there's no walking up to people trying to sell stuff. There's no stuff around your house unless you ship the items off yourself. There's no, leaving the house. Unless you can put stuff like that on Etsy, your home stuff, homemade things. But if you have endless products in the drop shipping company, your money can keep rolling in and you don't have to really do anything but put in the orders. Okay. People are making a bunch of money selling slime. I know they are. Slime. Slime with glitter in it. Mhm. Right. Do you have to pay more taxes if you own a business? Well, you would file your taxes under that business. You would set up a QuickBooks account and you would link it to that business account. Like, so you have a bank account with that business name on it or a PayPal account with that business on it. You would link it to that, and then you can go in and put all your expenses and inventory in one category, and then it adds it all up at the end of the year. And it's easier to do your taxes that way. Most businesses um, are not going to, if you do it the right way, if you have a good accountant, you won't owe barely anything if it's organized. Right. So QuickBooks will kind of keep everything together and organized, and just at the end of the year, hire an accountant and see what they can do. Hmm. You can get QuickBooks on your phone too. So, well, what you need to do is at the end of the year, um, look at your QuickBooks, and it'll be all organized for you after you organize everything into a category. And get your accountant. You need an accountant, and they will tell you what forms they'll fill all that stuff out for you. Just get an accountant. It don't cost that much. You know, you're gonna if you don't make over a certain amount of money, you don't have to file taxes for that business. If you don't make over 20,000, don't even worry about it. you know. But do get a number. Do get the business name and the EIN number. But if you don't make over $20,000, they don't care. Once you start making over 20,000, then you got to file. Hmm. Instead of putting boys in sports, you want them to learn how to make money. Right. That's a good idea. I mean, they can play sports too, but teach them how to make money. So you have to keep track of all your inventory. Whatever you buy, let's say you have a business bank account and you have a credit card and you buy your inventory with that credit card. If your QuickBooks is hooked up to your business account, all you got to do is open QuickBooks and it'll say inventory cost this much. That's it. That's all you got to do. It keeps track of everything. And after you set up the QuickBooks. So everything you buy is registered in QuickBooks, and all you got to do is click it, and it'll go in the category it's supposed to go into. That's it. Hmm. So at the end of the year, or whenever you look at it, you have all your inventory here because every time you purchase something, it goes in there because it's hooked up to that business bank account. Hmm. Hmm. And look, if you work from home, what you can also do is put all your utilities on there. How much are your bills at home? You can put all your utilities as an expense because you work from home. So light bill, cable bill, internet bill, security bill, um, phone bill. You could write all of that off. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so now that y'all know how to make money, if you're a witchy person, you can make money too. Just make some candles or get some candles that were already made and make them look more witchy. I did that too. But I got like a candle, like a regular pillar candle, and I got another color candle, like maybe a red or a blue or something. And I would drip that candle wax over like a white pillar candle, and then I would throw glitter on it and put some herbs in it, for whatever kind of candle it was. You can carve a symbol in it to mean something, and then you put it up on Etsy or something to sell. You know. Mm-hmm. Look, you can even start like a little small witchy shop on Etsy if you're into that. All you got to do is go buy a giant pack of herbs and get buy the little bitty bags like this big that they sell like weed in, and stuff them with herbs and sell them for like $2, $3, you know, whatever. Start your little shop. You could go to the grocery store and start an occult shop. Okay. A witchy shop. You could take $100, go to the grocery store, and start an Etsy. It's not that hard. You can sell digital files on Etsy. If you have an ebook, if you have a video, if you have a meditation or some type of whatever with your voice, an audio book, you can sell digital files online. And after they pay, they can click and download it. You can sell if you have a computer and you have like this really cool, art system where you can create logos or pictures or clips. What do you call those things? You can sell that. You can sell that digital art. Yes. If you You don't have to work. If you know how to promote yourself as a company, like on social media and stuff, you can sell, 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 sell. Mhm. What about shipping costs? Put that into the price. Depending on, like, if you sell on Etsy, it will estimate the shipping cost, or you could set a set shipping cost. You get to decide how to do that, and that's what they pay, you know? Mhm. Now look at the Christian Trinity. It consists of three men compared to the Egyptian Trinity. What y'all are talking about, right? What can I sell for athletes like runners and triathletes besides beer? What can I sell for athletes like runners and triathletes besides beer? I don't know why they would be buying beer. You can sell fitness athletic stuff online, like um, knee bands, um, foot inserts, yoga mats, jump ropes, workout stuff. I don't know, sports bottles, phone cases that you can like hook up to your arm when you go running. Mhm. Backpacks. All right, there you go. Fanny packs, hiking gear. You know what a lot of people are, let me tell y'all, a lot of people are buying that off-grid stuff, the Armageddon stuff. If you open an Amazon or Etsy shop selling like preparedness stuff, you're gonna have money. Mhm. Right. Mhm. YouTube and taxes. YouTube will give you a at the end of the year, YouTube mails you your tax form. Yeah. hmm Actually, it's Google. It's through Google. hmm Yeah. So yeah, sell. You don't have to work for people. That's a choice. There is so much out here that people can do that you'll never have to work for anybody else again. You just have to figure it out. Let me show you something. I bought these. This is somebody's idea, and they sold it to a large chain of stores. These came in a pack of 3 or 4. All they did was take a paper clip, a clothespin, and glue a piece of felt on it, and sold a pack of 4 for like a couple dollars. They probably bought 10,000 of these from China for probably about a couple $100. And then a pack of felt Halloween felt sticker things and some type of hot glue, and put it all in a pack with a piece of cardboard, stapled it twice, and sold a bunch of orders to like Joann's, Michael's, or Walmart, and made millions. You don't know how people are crazy about Halloween um, stuff. Holiday stuff, seasonal stuff sells quick and fast. So, Etsy store, you put a bunch of this stuff out there around right before Halloween, like early September. Bam, sell right out. Um, People that do like those planners and have a lot of stationary stuff, you can advertise to them on Instagram. Oh, in those groups on Facebook, on a channel, a company channel, there's money everywhere for stupid stuff, you know. I made my own oracle cards on a website. If I ordered about 100 packs of these for the wholesale price, I could double the price and sell them to you guys and make a bunch of money right there. I design my own cards and could sell them. I in the video where I told you about these cards, is a link where you can make your own cards. Hey, Mama D. So I made these online and I put all of my sayings that I always say. Um, like this one. I don't know if it's reversed. It says, children are the tellers of truth. Ask them questions when you can trust no one to be honest with you. Dark Rim Oracle. Okay. So the copyright, you can't really copyright sayings because they're just, you know, things in my videos and things that are, have been said countless times by many people throughout history. I just put it in my own words. Just regular old extra advice. Like this one. You start your sentence with an excuse, you are the problem. So I was too lazy to actually design pictures and stuff. So I put my sayings on these oracle cards. Oh, here's one of my favorites. Self-discipline is needed to reach higher realms. Oh, we have another 12-year-old in here. Oh no, you got to go to bed, honey. Okay. I think the website, let me see. I forgot the name of it. Just go type in Dark Realm Oracle under the search bar on my YouTube channel. When you click on videos, click my videos, and then there'll be a little search bar. Type in Dark Realm Oracle, and that video will come up, and that link will be in that description. I forgot the name of the site. But I left some of them blank because then you can write your own in there. If you want to add some more, you can put pictures on these. You can design the back, whatever you want. I know you can design cards on Zazzle.com, Zazzle as well. But this had tarot card size, this website. So go look on my YouTube channel and click the video that says Dark Realm Oracle. I like this one. It says, stay grounded by participating in earthly things. You still live here, you know. Action is required if you seek change. I just put like some sayings on here that help people. Poverty, I like this one. Poverty is a cycle that can end with wise actions and logical thinking. This is a personal spiritual journey. Stop trying to make it into a group activity. Why? Because there's always going to be a difference of opinion, and you're going to get stuck on debating and arguing when you could be growing. Right. Emotions are temporary, but actions are permanent. Right. I like this one. If you can't master yourself, you can't master anything else. Hmm. The best magicians are the ones who are hidden. Mm. Don't focus on the problem, focus on the solution. Yeah. um, the darkness is not evil, it is a womb. Use it for what you want to birth, or something like that. Use it for what it is for. Birth something amazing. That's right. Never lose your sense of humor. Okay. Mhm. No one has the truth because your truth depends on your point of view. I like that one. And you are divine and have the ability to create the life you want. Hmm. This is not new age knowledge, this is ancient knowledge. If you do not know what your purpose, if you do not know your purpose, create a purpose until you find the purpose you have passion for. Hmm. I already read that one. Read that one already. That one. Oh, Mr. Reginald. Blank, blank. Read a book, that's where the knowledge is. So that's where they had the knowledge. Uh-huh. I like this one. Fear will keep you from reaching your highest potential. Ooh, people treat you how you treat yourself. You set the tone. Ooh, I like this one. Darkness is where life begins and ends. Where it was, always will be, the source of all. Things unknown and known. Yeah. In this life, we have to learn to let go without question. We must seek the lesson instead. Hmm. What do you want? If you don't know, figure it out. I think the rest of these are blank. Oh, I said this one earlier. A hungry man cannot smell the flowers nor admire their beauty. This means if you're in survival mode, always hungry, always rushing around trying to make the dollar, you have no time to admire and enjoy life. Hmm. There you go. You decided these cards will kill me with what? Soda pop is banned in my household. Law of my woman. Good. I don't let my kids drink carbonation unless it's once a week, maybe. Maybe. Barely. Um, because it turns your body acidic. Turns your body acidic. It's bad for your kidneys. It turns your whole body acidic. Too much sugar, bad for your teeth. Mm-mm. Even diet, so death in a bottle, death in a can. Exactly. Those energy drinks too. Those are terrible. Hmm. And they're empty calories. Right. Cancer thrives in an acidic environment. Exactly. So if they have soda, they must drink a bunch of water when they get home. I also bought like aloe vera juice, which also helps to alkaline your body. So they drink that too. I don't let them drink soda. Hmm. They can still have like lemonade. They can have like Gatorade or something like that. They can't have soda. Barely. Maybe if they beg for it and it's once a week, that's it. Hmm. There are skinny people with diabetes. Because they eat too many um, things with the high glucose. Right. That's because you're right. Those energy drinks are killing people. They sure are. And that's why men who are married or live with a woman live longer because women will tell them, that's bad for you. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't drink that. You can't have that in my house. Versus if you live alone as a man and you don't have someone constantly reminding you, you're just going to eat whatever you can get. Hmm. Um, I'm about to get off, but mhm. A ginger. What? Yeah, they don't really drink Gatorade either unless they're dehydrated. Hmm. Anyway, so is it a bad thing to think about money all the time and how to get it? No, because once you get it, you make it in your sleep, and then you don't have to think about it anymore. That's the point. Poor people think about money more than people with money. You know, um, because they're lacking it and they're trying to figure out how they're going to pay for this or that. If you're always if you have money, you don't really have to think about it that much, except when you have to, um, do whatever you do to get the money, and then that's done. Hmm. So, Chance said he gave his daughter a mom, and it feel like she's his sometimes too. So cute. Oh, uh-huh. So yeah, like honestly, I don't think about money all the time, except for when I'm trying to tell other people how to get paid. You know, because no matter what, when you have what you want, but you see other people that don't have it and they're struggling, or they could be making so much more money but they don't because they don't know how, it makes you want to tell them. It makes you want them to have that too so that they can be free. And so that they don't feel like they have to be mad at people that have something. I feel like it's so much out here and it's so much abundance out here. If you just had the time to just sit and think, you would see it. Hmm. Right. Anyway, let everybody want to be rich. Yeah, and it's not even about being rich. It's just a bit about being free. And I think so many people misunderstand that. It's about being free. Thank you, Wacky J, for the donation. It's about being free. I have money, but I'm not out here, doing rich stuff. I mean, I might every once in a while, but I'm not out here doing this to say, oh, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. I'm not doing that. I'm trying to um, show other people how to free themselves, because I remember when I used to have to work 8 hours a day and look at my paycheck and be mad because I can make that in less than an hour right now. That is painful. Can you imagine that? You see your check for 1 week and then you see how much you make in an hour or 2 hours. It's the same or more than you made for working 8 hours every day for a week. That will make you mad. That will show you that it really is slavery. Hmm. Right. Money should be working for you. Exactly. What is the average paycheck? I don't know, for a 30-year-old. And I'll tell you if you're getting ripped off. Like, what is an average check for what? How do y'all get paid every 2 weeks? How much is the average check for 2 weeks? Hmm. I don't know. Y'all got to tell me. 2,000? Is it 2,000? 1,000? What is it? 15 to $2,000 for how long? 2 weeks or 1 week? Thank you, Jasmina or Jasmine Love. Y'all watching the right one? If you want to get level up, hey, $36 an hour. Okay. Okay, so for 2 weeks. Okay. So what if I told you you could make twice that money in like less than a week if you had your own like drop ship company um and you advertised and got clients. Hmm. And don't have to leave your house. Right. So that's possible. And look, you can do both and have way more. If you work somewhere, you can still get a drop ship company and you're going to quit your job as soon as you see that you don't need it anymore. Mhm. Mhm. Just Google drop ship clothing companies. Drop ship. Sometimes they don't know. Sometimes drop ship means like they'll ship you a bunch of stuff and then you mail it out yourself. Sometimes they ship it out for you, and you just have to be ask those questions and see what they do. I know there's just all you gotta do is Google it. A bunch of stuff will pop up. Uh huh. Just follow each step. They even have people that you can pay to help you set everything up online. for not that much if you're not computer savvy. Mhm. If you can work Facebook, Instagram, and, social media, you can sell stuff online. Mhm. Mhm. Um, y'all are talking about stripping. Well, there's that, but also, there's people that make more than strippers online. Don't leave their house. You know, every time I go somewhere, like, and they have to look at my money, like, to my accountant or to a bank or something, and do some stuff. They're like, "What do you do? What kind of company is this?" Because it's way more than they're making. And it's like, dang, I went to school. I did this, I did that, but you sitting here, basic is whatever, getting paid way more than me. Right. So it's like that. And I have lots of I have I have a drop ship company. Then y'all know I have my elixir business. Then I have YouTube. I'm about to start another business next week. Um, but all that money goes into my savings, goes into like investments, goes into making more companies. And I don't really have to pay any bills and stuff because I'm married, but all that money goes right back into me, my other companies, my kids, and they keep growing and growing. So by the time my kids are about to graduate high school, they will start life successfully. They'll be able to do that. They'll never have to work for anybody if they don't want to. They'll never have to do any of that. So hmm oh yeah, I have books too on Amazon. I forgot about that. Oh, I have merch on Amazon too. I mean, not Amazon, but on YouTube. Um, but it takes about most, I take less than an hour to set up a new business online. That's all it takes, about an hour. And you make money. Most people don't believe it's that easy, but they never tried to do it. hmm What if your daughters want to go to college? Um, they need to be going for, like, to be a surgeon, some type of thing where they need professional training. Yes. But if I can just give them a business, they could still go to college. That's not a problem. As long as they're not taking out any loans or stupid debts to learn what I already can teach them for free and how to make money. Most people go to school to make money. If you can make money already, why even go? You can learn everything on Google anyway, you know. So unless they just really want to go for, like, to be something that they really need to go to school for, then they shouldn't need to go. hmm Right. Um. Right. Your husband works 8 hours. You watching him slave like that hard, but he sleep and I get chewed. what to shreds when I say anything about anything. Okay. You know, right now, spiritually, the world is going through a big awakening. And the higher you vibrate, the more you see, the more you can understand, the more you realize that there's infinite abundance and you can see money everywhere, literally. You can see how to make money anywhere from anything. Then there's some people that are still just asleep, literally, and wake up, go to work, wake up, go to work. But there is money everywhere. Everywhere you look, there's money. You just have to know how to get it. That's it. You know, whoever decide to put lemons inside of a plastic cup and put a gold top on top of it, or they ordered this from China or wherever their warehouse is. This probably costs less than $1 to make. That you know how much I paid for this cup? $16. So if this cup costs $1 or $2 to make, whoever sold, whoever bought this inventory made a bunch of money. You know what I'm saying? You can make money quick, especially with all these warehouses and online shops. hmm You can even sell to mass retailers. There's money everywhere. Look at this box of matches. Look at this box of matches. You go online, you have a thing of blank matches. All you do is upload a design and they'll print it out and send you 100 boxes of matches. You sell these. Some people will pay $5 for this. This probably costs 50 cents to make. You know what I'm saying? Just ideas. Okay, you could sell this on Etsy, $5, and it costs you 50 cents. That's that quick. And this is the back. So money is everywhere. You just have to tap into that frequency, and those ideas will pour in. I have so many money making ideas, I can't even do them all. You know, I have so many money making ideas. If if I didn't do YouTube and I just did all the things that come to my head, I have a lot, a lot. But I don't really like spending all my time on businesses. The reason that I do these is because they take less than 10 minutes a day to put energy into, and then I'm done. The rest of the day is mine. If I decide to do a video, then those hours or minutes or however long my videos end up being is all the free time and energy that I have from not having to really work. hmm So y'all can be doing the same stuff too. Yeah, there's just so many ways to get paid. You can design stickers for the back of people's cars. Just infinite ways to get paid. I saw this one cool idea online, and this is good if you're in marketing. When you go to a hotel and they give you a key card, it's like a card, and there's always someone advertising on it, like a company, a pizza company or something, advertising on those cards. Well, there's a company that gives you invest like a small amount, and they give you these cards, and you will go around to different businesses and say, hey, do y'all want to advertise on a hotel key card? This much money. And then you have the cards printed with that business name and number, and then you go and give them to the hotel for free. You're getting paid by those people that are advertising on those key cards. You keep getting free cards. Yep. and that's easy to sell, especially if you're a woman. You just walk into a business looking cute. Would you like to advertise on the back of a hotel key card? Use what you got. Use your feminine energy. If you're a man, go in there smelling good, put some cologne on, put a nice shirt and some slacks and some extra not too much cologne. Put your beard oil on if you got a beard. Make sure your face and your breath is good. And put your deep voice on and go into like a business where there's a bunch of women. You know they're not gonna say no to you. Hi, hi, ladies. How are you today? You're looking beautiful. Oh, they're gonna go, oh, you know, go to one of them salons or something. Well, I'm here, so I want to help your business grow. This is a nice business. I want to help you grow. You want to help me? I sure do. Grab their hand. Come over here. Let me talk to you about these cards. That's what I would do. Now, you can have your business on the back of a hotel key card. People fly into town, they want to get their hair done, but the hotel salon is not what's up. They're coming right here. You see? Bam, sale. Go to the next place. Do the same thing. I'm going to give you my personal business card. Alright. The role play. To see how fun that is? Mhm. You think real big, but you're not supposed to think real big now. Yeah, anybody can think real big, but they can't start if they can't start little, they can't ever get to big. So don't think big, think small first. Think small businesses first. Build and build and build until you have enough money to go and flip a house. Once you have enough money to go and flip a house from starting small with something else, then you never have to touch that small thing ever again. Start small. I think it was an initial investment of $1,800 to do that credit card. I mean that hotel key card business. You know, Mhm. And they said you would make it back in less than 2 weeks. That initial investment. So you know, start small. Save your money. Save your money. Save your money. Do it on the weekend or whatever. Keep your real job. Do the hotel key thing on the weekend or after work sometimes or during your lunch break or whatever. Save for like a year. You'll have enough money to go flip a house. I saw a house on for sale for $15,000 that could be flipped. It looked like a haunted shack, but it was only $15,000. See? Hmm. Throw fundraisers. Yeah. I tell ladies all the time, if you're cute, throw fundraisers. Mhm. You have a bunch of cute friends, throw some fundraisers. Yes, we're having a car wash fundraiser. Come to this car wash and we're gonna have music and you donate whatever you can and throw the car wash people like some money, 20% of the earnings or a fraction of the earnings. And then whatever. You don't got to wash cars, you just out there. Go to a car wash that has an automatic car wash. And like I've seen people do that. Oh, I saw this other thing. This is good for like health nuts and vegans. They're having like health food vending machines now where I think it's an initial investment of like $3,000, maybe I don't know. And they have these healthy snack vending machines, and then you just go and refill it and collect your money in your sleep. All you got to do is take a box of food up there, refill it, get your money, and be gone. Like every few days. That's it. You can put one like like a college. You can put one like in office buildings. You can put one, you know, somewhere where they like car dealerships. They always have those vending machines in there. hmm So if you leave tonight and not thinking about starting your own business, you like being exploited. Okay. All right. I gotta go. I'll see y'all later. How easy is it to get a spot and put furniture in it in a cable with tissue and dish in a cable with tissue and dishes? Oh, a table. It's easy to get one online and sell everything online. Okay. You ain't even got to get a place. The place is online. You can sell dishes, furniture, and all that stuff online. It's called Etsy. Okay. You'll have a large client base online. Mhm. Google drop shipping company. That's how you start. There you go. Good night. I hope to see some more business owners in a few weeks. hmm Right. Most people who are sitting there online doing nothing, you could be searching how to start a drop ship company. The first links are going to be drop ship companies. You got to do is click on it that quick. You sitting there looking at Instagram, you should be trying to figure out how you're going to make some money and get on Instagram to get paid. Okay. Bye for now.